so sorry that you got burned. Let me help you. I have a selection of items that will really help to calm you down and will take care of your injury right away. Okay? I'm going to first put this cooling eye mask on you. I know that the burn is located on your arm, but let's go ahead and just get this on you to help really cool you down and calm you down. I know it's very, very startling when we receive injuries like this, especially burns. Which side would you like? This bubbly gel side or the warm, not warm, the cool cotton fuzzy side? Okay, here we go. Yeah, the gel side is much cooler. Great, great. So how did this happen? Oh no. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I just want to take a closer look at the injury with a little light. I see that it's not too deep. I don't think we need to take you to urgent care. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes it's quite uncomfortable, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, so what I see is that it doesn't look too bad. I do see a couple of hairs wrapped into the injury, so I'm just going to gently get those out. I promise this won't hurt too much, okay? Just gently stay very still for me. Do not move. Good job. You're being so brave. And just a couple more. Oh, so I see. Those were they're not hair. It's, just shedding from the blanket that you were in. I'm sorry about that. So I brought several items for us to take care of this injury for you. And I just want to take a look at what I have first, and then we'll decide which to use. Now, the first one we have is just this general burning relief gel, which is really kind of like just aloe vera. However, this does have some lidocaine. Now, I did go and purchase a new one for you as well, and I wanted to see which one of these products had the higher lidocaine amount. All right, so this one here is only 0.5%, but this is chilled as it has been in the refrigerator. This particular burn gel here does have 4%, so I'm thinking that we need to use this product, okay? And additionally, I also went and got you some moist burn pads. So these really help to promote faster healing. These don't stick to the wound like perhaps some gauze might do. And there's no rubber latex whatsoever because I know you're allergic. And the way that we applied this is going to be really unique. We want to stop any bleeding, but I see that you don't have any blood present, so you're okay, honey. Then we're just going to dry the wound, which I am going to do in a moment with some gauze. Then we're going to apply some of the antibiotic cream that I have purchased for you, and we're going to cover it with this bandage, okay? Now, the thing about these is that you do need to reapply every day, and I'll help you with that, so don't you worry. Let me go ahead and open my first aid pack. And I just want to take a look to see the antibiotic cream that I'm going to put on you. And then I was going to offer you some Tylenol. Would you like some Tylenol for the pain? Great, let's do that. I've got this right here for you. Okay. 2 is just enough for you. If you're feeling like you still need more in about 4 hours, we will go ahead and increase the dosage. But let's start with getting you this so that the pain can be under control. You're being so brave. Good job. Here we go. 2 little tablets for you here, right? Just like that. Okay. Good. Good. Oh, just there we go. All right. Go ahead and swallow that. While you do that, I'm going to just do a little spritzing with a cooling mist here, and I'm not going to put this product on the wound, okay? Just on the surrounding area and really just kind of all over you, just to really help de-escalate that rising temperature feeling. I know that you have the eye mask, and this particular product is also going to help decrease the internal temperature, okay? Here we go. That feel nice? Great. Okay, so here's what I need to do next, all right? I'm looking through my first aid kit, and I'm really looking. Hang on just a second. Oh, okay, so here we go. All right, let me just take a little bit of this gauze. I promise it won't hurt. I am going to dab just a little bit on the edges. Okay, we're not going to really apply this rough texture inside of the wound itself. Just a moment. Dabbing just like that. You okay? All right. You know, I remember a time when I received a burn, and I actually still have a scar from it on my foot. I was quite young, and my mom had left, well, my mom was curling her hair. And so the hot curling iron was placed on the bathroom sink table. And I was messing with it while my mom went to the bathroom. And it fell right onto my foot. And it really hurt. And so I still have a little scar on the top side of my foot. All right, so I'm going to apply this, okay? This is our antiseptic gel. Okay, here we go. Let's see, just like that. Okay. Right on top of that. Are you okay? Okay, so it's quite thick, right? I'm not going to really dab it into the wound, of course. That would be quite painful. So we just really cover that top layer with that antiseptic gel, and that's really going to help protect the wound, right? We don't want any bad germs getting inside. And then I am going to open this burn gel with that 4% lidocaine and get this applied to the surrounding area, all right? So just stay still. How are you doing? Okay. You've been burned before. Yes, and I just remembered another burn that I received when I was a child. A long time ago, in the house that I grew up in, we had a wood stove in the living room. We had a heater in the house, but we also had this stove. And my mother would keep a pot of warm water on top of it with potpourri or cinnamon sticks or other herbs in that pot all the time, especially in the fall and winter. And one time, which in retrospect, wow, who would really ever do that with 4 small children in the house, but no judgment. One time my little brother and I were playing, and he pretended to push me towards the stove. But it really did happen, and I landed with my hand right onto that warm pot, and luckily it did not really leave a mark. Nothing really happened other just than some tears, and I was quite scared. Okay, so this burn gel also has vitamin E and aloe inside of it. So this is really going to protect that surrounding skin. Let's see here, honey. You're doing such a wonderful job. Just hold tight. Here we go. Okay. Let's apply a little bit of this. Okay. I think that should be enough. Okay. Let's just dabbing that. I know. That's the thing about heat and fire, is that sometimes it can be really nerve-wracking. How's that feeling? Okay, great. Do you start to feel the Tylenol kicking in? Good. Okay. That looks really covered. It's very emollient all around you. I'm just going to grab a tissue here and wipe my hands. So, the thing about what we really want to do when you have burns is that we really want to keep things sterile. We definitely want a moist barrier that really helps to keep the burn clean and protected. Okay, and that's where the burn gel pads that I just showed you are going to come in. Sometimes people make the mistake of just covering it with perhaps gauze and medical tape, but really the ideal piece there is to really keep it moist as the skin begins to heal. Additionally, we don't want it exposed to the outer elements, because then that does invite infection, doesn't it? And especially on a location like your arm, where it is quite exposed as you move around in your life, we want to be very careful with that. And the downside is that we certainly don't want to wear any tight long sleeve clothing, just because that will add some pressure onto the wound, and we don't want that. We want it to just be able to be free, even though it's covered, but really just having the space to completely heal. Now, the other thing about this one, this product, so this is going to help relieve a little bit of pain. Do you notice any decrease in your pain in the surrounding area? Yeah, good. Yeah, that's that 4% lidocaine. Great. And that's right. This is only appropriate for minor burns such as yours. And unfortunately, this is not a product that we would use like for a sunburn, for example. Though I do know that you have received a sunburn before that was quite painful. Luckily, that didn't leave any scars, but you know what? Another story. When I was a child, my neighbor got sunburned so bad that he had giant boils, blisters really, all over his back, and they filled with fluid. Isn't that so disgusting? I remember as a child being very alarmed by this. Luckily, now it seems that many of us really understand the importance of wearing sunscreen regularly when we are outside for long periods of time, right? Okay, so let me just show you this burn pad. Okay, so the name of this is also Second Skin. So the material of this is very interesting. It's very thin. It's very gel-like, very moist, but not too much. And it just applies so easily to the wound. So let's go ahead and do that. And what I'm going to do, hun, is I'm going to apply this first, then I'm going to put some gauze, and then I am going to secure that gauze with some medical tape. But the important thing is that we have this moist burn pad directly on the wound, okay? Okay, let's get this for you. Okay. Holding very still, great. Okay, just like that. Here we go. Okay, that is nice and secure on you. And now we're going to wrap the gauze. Don't move. You're doing great. I'm so glad that your pain is under control. And we're almost done. So I've got this gauze and I'm just going to open it up a little bit. Just like this. Okay. Okay. Hold still. Just putting that right on the injury. Good, and just really making sure the placement is completely appropriate and not painful and really centered. I don't want a lot of this to get on your arm hair either. Okay, how's that feel? Okay, wonderful. So hold that right there. Thank you for your assistance with your other hand. Here I have some medical tape that I'm just going to gently secure that. And luckily, there's not a lot of arm hair in that space, so don't you worry about when it comes time to change this bandage, which you are going to need to do in about 24 hours, okay? So we certainly don't want this getting wet. So when you're taking a shower or bath, whatever you're doing, please keep your arm out of the water. Sometimes people might wrap it in a plastic bag, and that's totally fine. Just please make sure that no condensation, no holes, or anything like that is on or happening to the wrap. So let me go ahead and get my medical scissors. Hold on just a moment. Let's get this snipped for you. Piece number 1. Okay. Hold very still. Right. Oops. Right. There we go. Okay. And 1. Great. How's that? Okay. Let's do another one here. I think that this length is approximately the right amount. Last one, we only require 2 pieces to secure the gauze over the burn bandage and keeping it secure to the rest of the skin. How's that eye cover doing? Okay, good. It's starting to lose its coolness. I know it doesn't last too long, but the first sensation that it brings to you is quite nice, isn't it? Okay, so your bandage is completely covered. It's very secure, And like I said, please refrain from getting it wet or it experiencing any external moisture other than the burn bandage that is directly on top of it. We have applied that topical burn gel with that 4% lidocaine to the surrounding area. I am going to have you take this with you in addition to an extra burn gel that you can use tomorrow. So remember that we're reapplying this every 24 hours. Sometimes you might find that after removing this burn pad from the skin, the surrounding skin that it might be touching might appear a little bit pruny, so to speak. So if you remember when you take a bath for too long or a shower, our skin starts to get a little bit of those ridges on it. Don't be alarmed if you do see that happen on non-burned skin that this comes in contact with, okay? That's just showing you that the moisture is really working. And so you're going to take this home, this burn gel, you're going to take this extra burn pad as well. I will also give you some supplemental gauze to use too as needed. And if you'd like, you certainly can take this roll of medical tape. Would you like that? Okay. Yeah, and in that way you have all the supplies you need to continue to keep your wound clean each day. Now you're probably going to need to do this for several days, but upon changing the bandage and assessing the wound, you're really looking for any increased signs of infection, okay? So any pus, any white discharge or fluid, any increased redness that seems to be spreading, and definitely if the wound is feeling more intensely painful or hot to the touch, then you definitely need to go to urgent care or the emergency room. Otherwise, keep an eye on it, and with gentle attention and care, it should heal right up, okay? And you can certainly use the Tylenol or ibuprofen, whatever feels good for you, to manage any pain, okay? I'm so glad that I was able to help you with this today, and I'd like to know the status of it, so please keep me posted on how it heals up. I'd like pictures if that's okay with you. Okay? All right. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.